Hello and welcome to Drama Friday with me and the very lovely Edna. Hi Edna, how you doing?
Booyaka. I'm doing fantastic, Jan. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Took my granddaughter out for a dinner tonight and
Nice. How was the roast?
yeah, had a roast with the granddaughter tonight, and that's always fun. And we sit there gossiping. We do like a good old chin wag. She tells me everything that's going on in school, with her friends and what this
Nice.
one's doing and that one's doing. So yeah, it's quite good fun. I enjoy it. It's a quality time with the granddaughter. I always enjoy it. What did you get up to today? Anything?
Well, yes. So I had therapy today, Hmm.
Okay,
and it went very well.
good.
So I've been watching a lot of videos from like different doctors on YouTube, and it's
Yeah,
this one that I came across, and I dislike him, so I knew I had to keep watching, right?
yeah.
'Cause it's like when something grinds my gears, it's like, oh, I have to figure out why, and it just makes me want that's what happened, that's why I'm in girl world because I can't get over it. But
Yeah,
anyway, long story short, it's just like I've been learning more about myself and mental health, and it's, like, terrible and wonderful.
yeah, no, that's good. It's good. I do. I mean, every so often I do follow a couple. I follow Dr. Todd Grande. I don't know
Okay.
if he's one of them that you like. He's very good. And who else? I'm really funny. I don't like female. Um,
Oh, there's a wonderful psychiatrist, her name is, I think Dr. Tracy Marks sounds right,
oh,
and
I
she's a
know
Black
her. She's
woman.
black. Yeah, yeah, I know of
Yeah.
her. Yeah, she's quite good.
Mhm.
I'm I'm
But
just
I
I'm
don't
just
know many.
I'm just a bit strange. If I'm having a counselor for myself, I
Mhm.
think I prefer to have a woman, but then if I'm watching somebody online, then I'd rather it was male. Don't know why.
Hmm.
Probably daddy
Maybe
issues
it's
or
the way
something.
they maybe it's the way they present the information that's kinda more appealing when it comes to a YouTube video.
Yeah, yeah, quite possibly. So, got a few things lined up for tonight. Nice
Alright.
to see you in. Sure we'll get a few more in. A few more lurkers as well. So, hi, Moosey. How are you, sweetness? I really hope you've had a good week. And of course, we've got Edna here. We've got Just Freezing today. Hello, darling.
Hello.
I hope you're well. So Moosey has heard of Tracy Marks. Yeah, I did used to. I have watched a few of hers, but I must say, I tend to sort of steer or stick with the same couple. There's another one. Oh, I think his name's Dr. Carter.
Okay.
And I like him as well, but he generally deals with narcissists. So I quite often, which I find really fascinating, well, quite interesting. So yeah, so they're the two main ones that I watch or I listen to. Hi Zena, how are you, darling? I hope you're well. And
Hello.
hi Lauren. I hope you're well. Yeah, it's good night for me. Yeah. But I'm a night owl. So yeah, this is when I come alive, surprisingly. So anyway, there's so much drama going on, isn't there? It's just a
Always.
ridiculous amount going on. So there's a couple of things I wanted to sort of go over. But obviously, if people in the chat want to talk about things, then that's perfectly fine as well. So at the moment, we've got Monty fighting with Gigi. We've got Bridget fighting with MCM. We've got Ned
Yeah.
fighting with himself. It's like mad.
Wait, who was the last one? I got too excited about Bridget and MCM.
I know, it's insane, isn't it?
Right,
It's just
right.
I don't kn I'm not that familiar with, that side so much. I mean, I know a lot of them come in hand, um, but or sort of yeah, adjacent to. So I'm not that familiar with them, but I do. I'm learning more. I'm learning more from Bridge. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so I'm finding that's quite interesting. Just Reason says, hoping Breezy's live stream is covered. She told us about her sober living drama. Oh, and is now doing members only streams. I'm guessing because people are reaching or reacting to her hypocrisy. Do you know it's really funny? You should say that because I once was welcomed into her chats and it was at a time when I don't know how long ago it was. Um, wasn't that long ago, maybe a year ago. And I used to go into her, I think it was on a Wednesday. It doesn't really matter which day, but it was on this day where she used to do art. And as an artist, I just found it quite, quite interesting as I
Yeah.
would.
Mhm.
So I used to go in and chat with her a bit and offer her a bit of advice, really, a few tips, because quite honestly she didn't have a clue what she was doing. So I would sort of say things like, don't load the brush up so much. This was her back in the day. And I used to say to it, try not to load the brush so much because
Mm.
that's something that people who've just started painting tend to do, whether it's decorating or whether it's on a canvas, they always overload the brush. So anyway, I used to talk about her or talk to her at the time, and she came across as like a really sweet girl. I quite liked her. She was very uncomfortable on camera, which I think she still is. And I think that's what people pick up on. She's very
Right.
uncomfortable on camera. So I've actually felt a bit sorry for her. And as I say, I used to go in there and just chat
Well,
to
she lost
her.
weight. I don't mean to this
It does
it's
look
just
like it, doesn't it?
yeah, okay. I just wanted to say because she looks different than what I remember, but I don't really watch her streams. So,
Yeah, I would
okay.
s I would say she's definitely lost a bit of weight.
Okay.
Um, but I would
Well,
also
good
s
on her.
yeah,
I hope it was happy weight or, healthy weight loss.
yeah, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that for sure. Um, so I've got a couple of things. I mean,
These
bless
are
her.
interesting paintings. Yeah.
Yeah, but bless her, she just didn't have a clue, really. So I did actually feel quite sorry for her. And I'd sort of put things like this in the chat. That's okay. Because then she'd sort of say, oh, I don't think I'm doing this right. And I'd say, no, that's okay. You'll improve in time. So I
Right.
was always trying to sort of encourage her because, that's the type of
Mhm.
person I am. And it sort of goes back to my tutoring days as well, I suppose. And yeah, I didn't go
You know
in
what?
till
I noticed the AI pictures in the intro. So, are you using Midjourney or do you mind sharing?
oh, the new intro?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's how did I do that one? I think I did that one on let me check on my phone. Let me see. Uh, uh,
'Cause
uh,
that
uh,
might be
uh.
a cool, tutorial stream. It's like a chill how you did the Canva, like chill Canva and chill. You could do.
Oh, right, yeah, like my Canva and Chill ones.
Mhm.
Right, let me see, where's my art ones? Do, 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 do. I think I did that one in Voila.
Okay.
So it's Voila A1 artist. And basically all you do, you put a photo of yourself in there
Mhm.
and that comes up. And normally I don't like any of them, but that one I quite liked. I thought, oh, that actually does look a bit like me. So
Nice.
yeah, so I was playing around with it, and I thought, I thought I'd do it for the intro. So anyway, so yeah, it's quite interesting, isn't it? How you meet people when you first
Mhm.
meet people online, and then you see how they change over time, and it's not
Was
always in
she
a good
talk
way.
was she talking about Beauty back at this time?
No, not
Oh,
not
okay.
on these not on these art um Wednesdays or something like that they were called.
Right.
Um, so I mean, it's like here, I'd sort of advise her, oh, that's it, don't do brown. Artists,
No, Brown.
you just don't paint with brown. um, yeah, so she was obviously feeling her way, and to be fair, and not to I don't want to sound mean, but she was rubbish. What can I say?
Mm.
She really wasn't very good at it, but it's quite interesting. So it's quite interesting for me to see where she's going um, with her channel now. But I also recognize that she's still very, very oh, does she? She's still very, very awkward on camera.
Yeah,
And
the same thing.
I don't know whether people ever get over that. What do you think? I don't know
So,
if they ever, get over that. Hi, Deb W. Thanks for coming in. What do you think?
I did.
What do you think, Edna? Do you think people in time will learn to get better or
Yes, I
on
think they can
camera?
regress as well. It's a, or it depends because if you, I think you kind of develop a certain comfortable ability in certain settings. So it depends if she allows herself to get to that place, then sure, why not? She should be more and more comfortable, and that should come across, or the awkwardness or what have you should kind of be subdued. But maybe that's just her natural state. Now, if that's the case, then she's gonna always seem, awkward or uncomfortable because that's just who she is, and maybe
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah. I think so too. As somebody who's never been uncomfortable on stage, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't get nervous, that I never used to get nervous because I did, but I always knew that you had to, I had to perform. So, I used to do sort of stage work, and I also used to play keyboard. And I used to play in, various sort of social events. And
Right.
it would be no good me going along there and being all shy. I just no. It's just
Right.
it's
Well,
no.
the shyness comes across when you don't know what else to focus on. And if you're there to do your job as a keyboardist, then you're not worried about being shy or you don't have time to be shy because you're worried about your work. I think the
Yeah.
shyness comes in when you don't have anything else. You just kind of feel awkward. You feel people's perceptions, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how long Breezy's been in front of camera. But all I can say is, I mean, I don't generally watch her channel now. When she found out that, I sort of like YoMama, that was it. I went in once, and she I don't think she was pleased to see me. So I thought,
I'm
okay, I won't
starting to
bother.
watch I'm starting to watch her a little bit through Bally because Bally's become a bit of a breezy reaction channel. Hi, Bally.
Talking of Barley, hi sweetie, I hope you're well. You're cooking fast so I can get dressed and go out for drinks. Nice. I was Tuesday, did me good to be amongst real people. Okay. Oh well, I'm glad you're going out. That sounds nice. Friday night going out. Breezy mentioned she's taking screenshots of certain creators. I think she wants to sue Yo Mama. Really? What's she gonna sue him for? Hopefully this
Wow.
judge doesn't cry. What? Why would she sue YoMama? What reason?
I
I
think that's a
honestly
bit
know
silly.
nothing. It is, isn't it? I honestly know nothing about her and don't know if I have the brain capacity to learn about her. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, Lauren, as I said, I don't watch her anymore, but I do watch YoMama, so I see what she's doing now. And I'm like, oh, please stop going in, in front of camera because you're not comfortable with it. You can just tell she's not comfortable with it. So Barley, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Which phase? Oh, okay. Um, okay. Breezy did adult content before joining Girl World. Did she
Wait, what?
really? Did she? Is that a fact or is that just a troll? I can't imagine her doing adult content. Oh, that's the cat. I can't imagine
I
her
mean,
doing adult
I shouldn't
content.
be so shocked.
Hi, Bridge. Who are we
Clutching my
talking mess
pearls.
about? Well, we just started a bit on we're just talking a little bit about Breezy, but then we're moving on. She showed feet. Is that adult content though?
Are you serious? You know what?
Oh.
I don't know if I would consider feet adult content. It's like
Oh.
some things, it's like what you do in the privacy of your own home. That's what that's your business.
I know that
We gotta draw the line somewhere. I don't know if feet needs to be
yeah, but I know
censored.
you can get people that have a feet fetish. What did
I
she
know
do
that
with
people
her
can be
feet?
aroused by feet, but do we need to censor feet? Like, do we need to not do the toe cleavage anymore? Is that inappropriate? I don't know. Is that you know
What
what? I will say Monty has commented so many times about toes. And so now that I know that we know that Breezy was did feet content, maybe
what's a
that's
foot what's a cleavage? I've never heard of
toe
that.
toe cleavage. It's like when you have shoes and it doesn't come all the way out to like the start of your toes. That's the toe cleavage. That was a sexy thing there for a moment with the peep toe shoes. You know, listen, this was a whole thing, Jan.
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that. That's really funny. Oh my god. Well, guys, it's I don't know. I mean, if it's true that she's going to come for Yo Mama, I don't know what's going to happen there. I can't imagine. Um, I can't imagine what the charge would be. I mean, is she going to say that
Gonna be a
he's
charge of cut
harassing
the
her
router.
or?
They're gonna tell her to cut the router, ma'am. Log off.
Do you know?
You're
I remember
taking things too seriously.
she does. She does. I remember with I think it was Bridge that said, why does she keep going to police stations outside of her town? And I thought, well, when she talks about her life on the booze, she was known to the cops in her own town. So that's probably why she goes to a different town now, because they're probably like, oh my God, it's little Miss Pisshead come in and she's complaining about this person and that person.
Right.
So that's probably why she does. Hi, Dawn. I hope you're well. Yeah, they're not equal to. No, they're not. Not in my opinion either. So I wasn't expecting to talk about Breezy, but that's fine. We talk about anything in here. I mean, I've got a few things that I thought, we could go over, but I'm quite happy to talk about anything. Here comes Gia. She knows
Hey,
that
Gia.
fetishes are big. Yeah, I think they are. Can't understand why. I hate feet. Who likes feet? I think they're rank. Anyway, guys, you're not going to believe this. You're really not going to believe this. But I've actually got, I've got a banner I need to put up because I'm rubbish at this. But I've actually got some information for you guys. And yeah, our room. Take another look. Take another look at our room. Our room, our Drama Fridays room, has been sullied. And it's been sullied by, hang on, newsflash, it's been sullied by the Curlminator. What can I say? I was so shocked when I came in earlier and saw what had happened. I was so upset, guys. I just don't know what to do.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. That
So
is a newsflash.
I, I I
Look,
I don't know what happened.
I can't
Did
believe
you?
the fast food. Look at all that low vibrational food.
I know. I mean, did you lock up last week? I don't want to blame you, but did you lock up last
I
week?
might have been a little forgetful. You know, I am relaxed. Maybe by the end of the stream, I forgot to lock up. I do apologize.
Well, I mean, look at the drink all over the rug. It's just
She's
awful.
smushing the poor cat. Look at the
I
cat.
know, and she sat on the cat. For
Oh,
goodness sake.
this is hard to
Honestly,
take.
guys, honestly, I was almost speechless, and you know me. I'm never speechless. Hi, Capone. Nice to see you. You're always going to work.
Hey.
Nice to see you, darling. Yeah, I mean, can you imagine? I mean, all this junk food, all the beer and the wine. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
the
that
malt
made
liquor.
yes, I know, Dawn. I know, speechless. So that made me think I need to go look at this. I need to go and find out who this person is. All right, because this isn't very good. I know I did a video on her a while ago, but that was some time ago. So anyway, so I wrote in curl something or other. Um, and let me just move this over. Where are you, Edna? You still in there, girl?
There I am.
Yeah, you're there. So I went over to this channel. I put in curl, and I thought, okay, let's see who this person is that's come and bloody damaged our room that we like to sit and talk about um drama and that. And I thought, oh, is it this one? Stop ruining your she's pretty, look. She's
Mhm.
pretty. So I thought, oh, is it her? I don't know. She doesn't give the vibes of being someone who would just come and like, make such a mess of our
No.
room. I mean, there's just no. Yeah, no, I don't think it's her, guys. I don't. So I'm thinking, all right, is it? Let's have a look. So that's Karen of Curl House. No, let's see. Oh, Curl Connections. Is it this one? Oh, look at that picture there. It's quite a pretty little picture. So I thought, oh, now this is interesting. Let's have a look down. So, guys, I went through. I went through to see if I could see why she could have come in and done this to our room. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I know that she's friends with the Hannabella. And then I found this. The House of Hannibal, we support you. So I thought, oh, this is interesting. So I thought, let's watch this.
Get your
This
butt
may give
down.
us a clue. Okay, let's start at the beginning. Can you hear this?
Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. Waiting on everybody to get in. Come on, get down, Brady. Get your butt down.
She's a looker.
Rich might be interested in coming up. I don't know if
No,
you're busy, but
you should.
I would be interested in hearing about the MCM drama.
Yeah. Do you want
Are
do you
you
want to Yeah, you can jump in if you want. Girl, this is so much happening with... I'm just saying. Oh, it goes way beyond this, and I don't know where Jan is headed with... Get yourself up here then, girlie.
Please and
Yeah.
thank you.
I'm only playing this because I just wanted to know the type of person that would come in and spoil our Drama Friday room. That's it. So maybe we'll get some clues from this. But she's speaking up on House of Hannibal because I understand he lost his channel.
We did, I remember.
Yeah, so let's hear.
Jerry Curl Connections. Y'all know I gotta always be a little petty.
Anyway, one thing I have to say, I hate those nose rings. I hate them. Now, I have a nose ring in the side of my nose. Very pretty, right? I've had it for years. But I would never have, what is it, a septum? I can't.
That's the
I can't
kind I want. I think it's so cute, Jan.
Do you?
Yes, I
Oh
do.
my God.
I knew you were gonna say something. I can't help it.
Awful.
I like what I like. It's cute.
Okay, we've got Trouble coming up now. All right then,
Hey,
Trouble. How you
Bridget.
doing, sweetheart?
Hello.
Hiya. I just wanted to watch this, right? No, he lost his channel. Now, this was 9 months ago, this video, right? So he's fairly new, coming back with it. Nobody seems to know why he lost his channel.
He didn't he say that like his Google got hacked or something like that?
Yeah, like his YouTube channel was on an old Google account and something happened to their Google account.
Oh, can that happen? I didn't know that could happen.
Apparently.
Oh. Okay, let's get back to this gorgeous being.
This is our Jerry Curl Connections. You know, the one that's bedbound, the one that's walking around.
What? What?
Anyway.
Okay.
This ain't about me though.
Oh, good. Now, if I remember rightly, listen, my memory's terrible, but if I remember rightly, this one was coming at me big time when I went on Hannibal's chat. Do you remember? And
Yes, I do. And you're correct.
I just couldn't get a word in edgeways. Oh my God, the woman's obsessed. So anyway, right, if we look here, we can see, right, she looks nothing like that picture. Okay.
She got that one side curl. The one side curl kind of looks like her.
Listen, Jan, it's an artistic representation.
Yes.
A bit like mine. I know I look nothing like mine, so I can talk. All right, this is only 4 minutes long, so.
This is about my friend, Mr. Hannibal 615.
Okay.
I just want you to know, friend,
that
you have a lot of love and you have a lot of support.
Okay.
And just from the Discord by itself, you have all of our support.
Don't you think you can have too many piercings?
No,
of course you can have.
No, I don't think so.
No. Do you like the septum?
I don't like that. I don't like. I would never get that.
No.
But I mean, it does look cute on some people. I've seen it on some people.
Cute on me because I'm getting one. I've decided. You can always take it out.
Yeah.
You're getting a septum one.
I don't know when, but I've wanted it for years, and it's like, I don't know, there's no rush, but whenever I get the opportunity, I'm taking it.
So why would you want to go around looking like a bull?
I think it's cute.
It's not cute.
It's what is it? Ordination? That's not how you say it. Help me out. Decoration.
Ornament. What is it? Ornation, I suppose.
Or something like that. Yeah, it's just for fun. I just think it looks nice. Yeah.
I think some people shouldn't shouldn't get it. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so Zena has got one. She's got a nose and septum. They're dainty little gold hoops. You hardly recognize it. Yes. Now, I don't mind if they're little. I don't mind if they're tiny. I've got a nose ring, same size. Well, probably a bit smaller than hers, but it's in the same place, you know, on the right nostril. So who else in chat has got a nose ring? I like my
I
nose
have a
ring.
nose ring. I have a nose ring.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I've not noticed
It's really
ring.
tiny. Yeah, because it's really tiny too.
Yeah. Have you noticed mine?
I don't think so. I don't think
I think I
so.
noticed yours.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Have you got an ordinary nose ring, Edna?
No, I don't have a nose ring.
So you want to go
I'm a
straight for the painful one?
Yeah, I'm a complete baby when it comes to pain and piercings,
Oh,
tattoos. Like
yeah.
I have my ears pierced and that's it. And even then, like if I didn't have my ears pierced, I probably wouldn't get them pierced. Something about a
Yeah.
nose ring is I like it.
I like the nose rings, but I like them delicate. Yeah, I don't like great big statement nose rings. Oh, hang on. So Zena says she got some piercing needles from Amazon.
Oh wow.
Can
Finish
you do that
yourself.
yourself? Oh God.
I don't know. No, I wouldn't.
No, I
Maybe
Yeah.
don't think I'd do it
pierce it at home.
myself because
Mm, you
they
could.
can get infected.
Mm-hmm.
They can get infected. I had my nose pierced twice because the first time I got like a stud and it kept
Mm-hmm.
falling out.
Oh, okay.
And in the end it healed, and then I was determined to get another one. So I went back and said, just put it in the same hole. And she's missed it by a fraction.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Oh.
can see, like, you know, because now I wear a ring, but it's very small. I don't like studs because with studs you've got to have like a backing on it, or I find that the bit that sort of turns down in it isn't long enough. So that's why I don't like the studs. So let's carry on.
Oh, we should do a Wellness Wednesday, like body modifications.
Okay, good idea. Good thinking, girlie.
Thank
Right,
you.
You're loved in the community, period. And whoever's not subscribed to the House of Hannibal, I have put his link in my description. Live chat disabled. The live chat disabled?
This is funny.
Hold on. Is it? If it is, I'm a. Is it disabled? Cause let me see. Hold up. I don't know what I'm doing with this live chat stuff,
Clearly,
y'all.
it's
I'm not
about
gonna lie. I've never done this before.
Oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Okay, Rocky, let me know if the live chat is disabled because I don't see anybody chatting. Because I don't see nobody saying nothing. Am I tripping? Do I need to start this over?
You need to start it over, love. Right, that's it. I think we've had enough of her. Right, okay. Now we're still on. We're still on. Now, where are my ladies? Where are they? There they are. Right, hang on. I don't want to be the biggest. That's it. Right, okay. This Zena used a lighter and some, what's it, isopropyl alcohol, and the healing process, had Savlon and kept moving it so it didn't scab over. What was that for? Was that for just a regular nose ring? Or was that for the septum? The septum, though, has to go through cartilage, doesn't it?
think it's at the bottom. I don't think so. Because you got that little meaty part. Look, I'm touching my nose right now. Like, you got that little meaty part.
I'm oh my God.
It is a bit thick there, huh?
It
I
is.
don't. Yeah.
It's cartilage. You only just noticed that, Edna. I love Edna. She's so sweet.
You know what? I think with a good numbing agent and a distraction, I'll be okay. It only takes a moment.
What's that? Numbing agent and a
A numbing
distraction.
agent.
I like that.
I'm gonna
You
go
know,
in very relaxed. They're gonna give
yeah.
me some numbing cream. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. So I think that's a good idea. Let's talk tattoos and piercings on Wednesday. I think that'd be good because I love tattoos and I love seeing other people's tattoos. As long as they're good. I hate the ones that look like, people have done them themselves and
Yeah,
they're
save
not
it
very
for
good.
Wednesday. You're giving it all away. You gotta
All
save
right
it.
then. All right. Okay. What's that?
Oh, keloids.
Yeah, what are they?
Like if you cut yourself or sometimes people that get piercings, like when it heals, I guess it's scar tissue. It's really thick scar tissue that starts growing. And it looks like a big bubble.
Yeah, it looked like a boil.
Yeah.
Now that Foodie has that a word in my mind.
Okay, let's get back to drama. Get back to drama. Right, what's happening then, Missy?
Okay.
Yeah.
That MCM, she no good. I've been saying she's no good for like the past week.
You know, I used to mod for her.
Really?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I was in House of Hannibal for a hot second, just seeing what was going on and how things worked in the community. And I was in MCM chat or streams. And just randomly I was modded. So it was weird because at the time I didn't have a channel, but I had Discord. So when she was like, "Oh, we support everybody. We want to, throw your links in the chat." I didn't put in my channel, but I put in the Discord. And she had such a problem with that. And it was so weird to me because I just felt if you didn't want me, I don't know, like you could have said something to me. It was just the way she was just kind of like, no, 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 Edna, don't post that here. It was weird. Yeah.
See, as I've said so many times, I don't do Discords. And I remember when Edna said to me once, "Oh, I've got a Discord if you want to come in." I was like, "No, thanks, darling. I just don't do them." And I think it's because I'm quite choosy with who I share things with. And, I think if you sort of go into a Discord, it's almost like it's a social club. And eventually you're going to disclose something. And I just don't want to ever put myself in that situation. So, so tell us. I'm going to go and grab myself a drink, and I need to blow my nose, so I'm going to turn my mic off. So keep talking, Bridge. Tell us what's happening.
So we basically, we know that MCM was in like Hannibal's little group or whatnot, and she was like really good friends with Curl and Hannibal and stuff like that. And I got in contact, or she got in contact with me back when I was doing the YTR videos, because at one time she used to be part of YTR's community as well. And then she got kicked out. When she got kicked out, that's when she went to Hannibal and became friends with them. But then she contacted me. And of course, she's telling me her story, information. She hooked me up with April and Sandy because they are ex-moderators of YTR too. I did my little interview with them and stuff like that. And then maybe a few months ago, or actually when I did my video on Hannibal, criticizing Hannibal, and MCM was just really like she was torn because she was just like, well, you know, I'm in Hannibal's community and they took me in after YTR, and I'm really close to them, and I you know, I feel like I owe them some loyalty, and I don't know how to feel about the video that you did on Hannibal. And I'm just like, well, you know, that's my video. It has nothing
Right.
to
What
do
does
with
that have to do
you.
with her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And so and she had just been going back and forth, and then she's saying, well, I think I'm gonna distance myself from them. And I'm just like, well, if you want to be friends with them, go ahead and be friends with them, you know, like it
Mhm.
doesn't matter to me. But come to find out, and this was just found out like maybe a week ago, because she had been talking all types of mess about Curl to me and Sandy and April, talking all types of mess about Curl,
Good.
Hannibal, and a whole bunch of other people that are in his community, people I don't even know, talking mess about them to us.
Okay.
But we find out she was going back and talking mess about us, me, April, and Sandy, to
Mhm.
them.
Trying to get
Cheating.
Mm-mm.
That's
And
So
so
she wasn't
awful.
really talking mess. She was just saying that to see what you would say.
no, she was talking shit.
Ah,
Yeah, she was talking shit.
Wow.
oh
Yeah.
my God. So she's
So
The way she
obviously,
would the way she would talk to Hannibal, it just felt like she was just like a pick me, like just begging him
mhm,
to, you know, for any attention or any. It was so off-putting. I was like, no, thank you, you know.
mhm, mhm.
yeah.
So basically, and I think how it all came out, I think it last weekend or something. I guess she went to April and Sandy privately, but she came to me privately, and she's just like, I just want you to know that, you know, because I think she got kicked out of Hannibal's Discord or something like that, but then they let her back in, and then she asked to leave.
Wait,
And
MCM got kicked out of Hannibal?
yes, for
Oh,
When was
what
this?
wow.
When
this
was this?
this was a few weeks ago. She got kicked out, and
Okay.
she said who knows what the truth is of why she got kicked out. But
Right.
basically, she was saying that all of them were talking mess about me, and they were questioning her on me because she was friendly with me, and so she just didn't answer, and because she didn't answer, she got kicked out. And I'm just like, well, it just seems real childish to me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
whatever.
Absolutely.
But then a few weeks later, I guess someone in their little group, their group passed away, and they told her about
Yeah.
it. They let her back in and stuff
And
like that.
you know what? Just to take a moment for
Mhm,
Judy, rest in peace,
mhm,
because you know that is real for someone to pass away like that.
right. And so I guess she was a prominent member, because I didn't know Judy, but I guess she was a prominent member. But they reached out to
Mhm.
MCM, and they let her back in, you know, to talk about things and stuff like that. But I guess it lasted like a week, and she comes to me and she was just like, yeah, just to let you know, I went back to their Discord, their community and stuff, but then I asked to leave because they were questioning me about stuff. And
You
just to let you know,
actually, you just leave.
right,
Oh
right.
my goodness. The
So then
mindset. It's like a
so then
call or something.
she tells me that I just want to let you know that I was talking badly about you. I was bad talking you in there, but it wasn't really that bad. And I'm just
Oh
like,
my
Mm.
well, why?
God.
I asked, like, why would you be talking bad about me? Like, I have helped you by listening to you. You complained about, like, what would you have to say bad about me? And then it turns out, oh no, well, I wasn't talking bad, but they were talking bad about you, and I was just listening. And I was just like, no, you just
Oh
said that you were talking
no.
bad. But
Right.
like I said, she was talking bad about us, and then to talk bad about us to them, and then she was talking bad about them to us, and
Mhm.
we were just like, no. And so I guess April and stuff was trying to get clarification about what did you do, what did you say, and she's not giving them any information. So I guess April and Sandy, they went to Hannibal and everything and asked them. And that's when everything came out that, like, she's been trying to play us against each other, but neither of our sides were talking mess about each other. It was just her talking all the
Oh my
mess.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh Lord.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah. She was trying to start
Now
drama and start a fight
it
or so.
makes
I don't
sense to
know.
how she's taking a break. She said, I need a
Yeah.
long break. I
Yeah.
would want a break too. I would be embarrassed. I'm
So
acting a fool
just
on the internet.
Freezing says, address her home always being filthy in her videos. I guess she's trying to give that authentic King Cobra experience.
Just freezing today. Shut your mouth. Stop. I'm trying to buy a home right now. I can't wait to have a hobble net. Now, like, let these people talk about the home I own. Now, let me.
Oh my God. Listen, some people don't care where they live. They
Mhm.
Yeah.
literally don't care. It matters to me. So I live in a very maximalist home because that's who I am. But and some people they're minimalist. They don't want anything in their home.
You know what,
So
Jen? I'm a minimalist, but your style, your maximalism is starting to rub off on me where I'm like, okay, maybe I could have more than one of every, like, maybe some color would be nice.
yeah, I mean, I'm not. I mean, I've always been like it, but I'm allowed as I've got older and the kids have left the nest. I've been able to sort of almost not live out my fantasies. That sounds silly, but decorate in the way that I want to decorate, and
Yeah.
and have the colours and the textures and everything. Because to me, that's really important. Um, so I just want to see what. Hang on a minute, that one there looked quite interesting. Why is everyone seeking for a sense of belonging to be part of the
Mhm.
gang where these people rejected and isolated? Oh, were these people rejected and isolated from the playground? Discords are playgrounds to throw dirt, talk trash, cause havoc. That's a really good statement, Zena.
Yeah.
That's
And Zena,
very
yes,
good.
I do believe that these people were rejected and isolated from the
Yeah,
playground because
yeah.
that's why that they come in these different arenas and they look for that loyalty and they look for, these certain things that they're getting. But I don't know. To me, and not to say that, I have the right approach or whatever, but it's like we're all strangers on the internet. How much loyalty,
Mhm.
how much whatever can you expect to this point? Or in this kind of interaction? I don't know. It's
Right.
interesting to me though.
And that's what she kept on saying too. Like she was just like, I feel loyalty to Hannibal and his crew because they took me in after YTR. If I leave them, I'm going to be all alone. And I'm just like, well,
Oh God.
you came to YouTube alone, so I'm like, what's the big deal?
Right.
God, that's a really childish way to look at things as well. I mean, we all came on our own, didn't we?
Mhm. Mhm.
We all
Mhm.
sort of clicked on YouTube and went into a live stream and started talking. I mean, that's a really weird thing to say.
But if
Mhm.
you don't have that point of reference, or if you don't have a sense of self, or I don't know what it
Mhm.
might be, because, like, I don't know, it's like, phew, like the friends that I have on YouTube don't make the YouTube experience for me. But if that's
No.
what it is for her, then maybe it is valid to say, if I'm not in this group, if I don't have these connections, then
Mhm.
it's not worth it. It's not, what do I have?
Well, I know Bridge touched on this, I think, in your last video, didn't you? Which is really very good. And guys, if you haven't already gone and watched Bridget's video, please go over to her channel. I love her video. She doesn't do enough. But I think one of the things
Yes.
that you said was that, some people feel as if they have to be part of a club or a
Mhm.
team. And to a certain extent, I think that does start very early on. I mean, don't tell anyone, but my grandson's just started secondary school, high school, and I think he's 3 weeks in maybe, and he's beginning to struggle because he's not good at he hasn't got the confidence in himself to go and join a group. So although initially he was in like a group and he was coming home and saying, oh, you know, I'm part of this gang and I'm part of this and I'm part of that. As time's going on, he's finding himself on his own and he doesn't have that confidence to just go over and talk to somebody, you know. And I think that's really, really sad. And, you know, I keep saying to my daughter, you know, you need to sort of say this to him and instill this into him and blah, blah, blah. He's the little one that I gave the stone trust to. And I said to him, you know, I want you to maybe before you go to school, hold the stone and just say, right, I trust in my ability to be strong enough, you know?
Yeah.
Because I think that's so important. And I think, you know, the reason I've said that story now is I think that is the case with some of these people.
Yeah.
They haven't got that strength to be alone. So they come on online or YouTube or whatever, Twitter, in order to make friends. And I can honestly say I have never, ever done that. I've never just come on to make friends. You know, and I think it's probably because I'm comfortable on my own. And I think you two probably are as well.
Well, you know, I won't say that I never came on to make friends, but like I have made friends and I've, you know, had bits of friendships where, you know, like I'm not afraid to say that, you know, they serve their purpose for what they are and they continue to. So, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with making friends online. It's just that I don't think it's like they have to have the right weight in your life. And
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, she's doing the right thing though, honestly. If you feel like it's gotten so out of control or whatever that you need to step away, it's good to step away. You know, you don't want to get it to the point like Missy Moo where that choice is made for you.
Yeah. And I think someone, I mean, I don't know a lot about Missy Moo, but I think I get the impression that Missy Moo was probably the type of person that wanted to make friends, you know, have a
Mhm.
friendship group. But I also believe that she wanted to be the head of that friendship group. And I don't think that worked very well. I don't think that worked in her favor, because I think people
Mm.
saw things in her that they didn't really like. And, you know, some people aren't frightened to say it, you know? So,
Right.
yeah. Gia says, "We miss Timber, and happy birthday." Oh, thanks. And Gia, I only come on to make enemies.
I believe it, Gia.
Gia's a troll, but I don't mind her because, she's funny.
No, we need trolls in life.
Mm. Right, Missy what's this? Missy Moo's dolls don't even want to be her friends. Well,
You
that's
know
really
what? The doll is when Missy Moo lost me, honestly. When she said she was sending Jessica that doll and she didn't. That's when I was like, okay, Missy not about it, you know?
But, you know, there is a, what's the word for it? There is an audience. There are customers that like those dolls. Was she doing, like she was making, what they called newborn dolls, was she? Is that what she was doing? Is that what she does?
I believe so. I don't know what they're called, but they're like lifelike baby dolls.
But some people like that, though. See, that wouldn't put me off. That wouldn't put me off somebody. I find it quite intriguing. I
No, it
find
didn't
that
put
quite
me off.
interesting.
It's just no, it was the fact that she said she was gonna do it and she didn't. Like we talk about loyalty, but what about integrity?
Oh, yeah, yeah. See, I'm a great, um I think having integrity is very, very important, not only from myself, but also for people that I associate with. I can't be bothered with people that are just talking out of their backside for the sake of talking out of their backside, or pretending to be somebody that they're not. Just be yourself. That's the way I look at it. Who's that? I think she makes dolls for the elderly. Yes. See, now I can understand that. Dolls are too creepy for my taste. They're always looking at me.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean, people, listen, did I tell you the clown story? I've always,
Oh,
some kids are petrified of clowns, aren't they? So, as a
yeah.
very good mother, I scared the living daylights out of my kids, because every year I would buy them one of these, those like China dolls. And I'd, spend a lot of money on them, just that they had like this so they had like porcelain heads and porcelain hands and feet.
Right. Why
And
did you do that, Jan?
I don't know. I thought they
That's so funny. No, I asked because seriously, I remember my mom bought me one of those dolls for Easter, and I couldn't play with it. And I was like, "Thank you, what for this gift that I can't have."
do, do you know what? I don't know. I just looked at them for how they looked, and I remember buying one of my daughters the Pierrot clown. The Pierrot. The French one.
No.
It was in black and white, and I just thought it was fabulous. And I never once saw either of them playing with their dolls, with their clowns.
I think that might be something that was like a cherished gift for an older generation, but for younger ones, I don't think that's like porcelain dolls. I don't Brit, did you ever get a doll or did you like them?
Like the clown dolls or porcelain dolls?
What? No,
Do
okay.
you? Yeah, I used to buy them the porcelain dolls as well, with the ones with the long hair and Victorian looking dolls.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what's wrong with
Yeah,
me,
it was
guys.
definitely a thing.
Oh.
So that's why I asked why, because and it's I
Don't
know that you
know.
don't play with them. They're just collector items or what have you. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh dear. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Right. So the other thing, I don't know if those of you saw this in the week. I thought it was quite good. So I was going to play a bit of it. The YoMama shut down Hannabella official music video.
Oh, I didn't get
It's
a chance to watch it.
sorry.
I said I haven't had a chance to watch it.
Okay. Sorry, I must stop looking at the chat. Zena is going on about the Cabbage Patch doll. I know they were really ugly. Did you
Yeah.
get them over there?
I had a whole bunch of Cabbage Patch. I still have my Cabbage Patch dolls in storage.
Did you
I got 'em.
like them?
I loved them. I would always get like the new one that was coming out. I have like 11 Cabbage Patch dolls that I still have.
Wow. What are you gonna
Really?
do with them in
I have no
storage?
idea. I have
That's
no
so funny.
idea.
I think if I could collect any like nostalgic, oh, it'd be Care Bears. I love the Care Bears.
Oh, the Care Bears.
Mhm.
Yeah. My daughter liked the what's it called? The yellow one. Was that the Sunshine Bear? One of them
Probably,
liked
if
that, and
that
the other
sounds
one liked the
right.
pink. Yeah, the other one liked the pink one.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
right, I was going to say something else. Yeah, I remember a time when they bought out newborn dolls, and they were really quite ugly. They weren't Cabbage Patch. They were newborns because they were all naked. And when you
Okay.
bought them, you got them in a box, and they got like their birth certificate with them and that. I don't know if any of you saw that, but I bought them as well. My poor kids. I scared the
Mm-mm.
living daylights out of them. Anyway, so I thought we'll just have a quick look at this, and let's give a truthful review on
Let me
this.
refresh everybody's memory. As my channel is dying and my reactions
Can
are
you hear it?
boring, and I
Yes, we
was
can.
watching YoMama's reaction to Breezin. I shouted YoMama's channel out. A couple of my longtime thorough viewers.
I have to say, I cannot stand this man's voice. There's something about it that is just awful to me. Anyway, carry on.
Were upset about that, and we rolled around and, put everybody's business on blast, and he still does not do his research or homework, but yet, best channel out there, best thing that's ever happened to girl world. You know it. Yeah, YoMama.
YoMama, baby. That niggas wasn't ready. For real. Shit crazy. Kill this nigga one song. Yeah. Shut down, Hannabella. Shut down, Hannabella. I need to see you shut down. Content sucks, so take that shit down. Take that shit boring down. As fuck, now shut that shit down on the game. Shut it down. Shut it down. That nigga trash. Shut it down, Hannabella. I need to see you shut down. Content sucks, so bring that shit down. Please.
Did you hear the snoring? Oh my god. I think the song has got a good vibe. I think, beats or whatever it's called. But it's the voice for me, guys. I can't get over his voice. What do you girls think?
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, we can carry on. Right, let's move up to here. We've got a picture of him actually with his cat. Right, let's carry on.
And I don't do homework. Nigga mad cause the nigga really funny. Pussy on his neck, the nigga looking bummy on the gang. They got me on repeat.
That picture.
Oh my god, Dad. Think it's cute.
Why am I laughing then? Do you know why
Like
I'm laughing?
twinsies with his cat and his ears are both pointy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And it's like, I don't know.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna make fun of a man because he has a cat. It's cute.
Yeah, no, listen, I've got a cat. I love my puss cat. And his looks a bit similar to mine. But I think the funny thing for me is that I know that he thinks that he looks really cool here.
Oh, you know he does. That's what's hilarious.
Look at it, the way he's like flaring his nostrils and looking at the picture. Look how hot I am. Don't forget, I'm
But that's
hot.
a cool cat, though. Look at that cat.
That's all I'm looking at. I'm looking at the cat.
Why you put your friends to sleep? Cause he old. Busy B missing T. Why Ab B want the D on the gang? Oh nigga, jelly of me. Cause he can't beat me. Hannabella, stay stealing songs. No big collar, red thong. No Hannabella, 50-year-old nigga asking questions to a nigga doing his own thing. Why the hell you on my dick? Why the hell you watching my string? Nobody give a fuck about yours. Go to sleep when they watch yours. No more locked doors. I said no more locked doors. Shut down. Shut it down. Shut it down, Hannabella. I need to see you shut down.
Yeah, I think that's one of his best, I have to say. I like it. Yeah, as Moosey said, but he's intelligent, in case he forgot to mention it 10,000 times.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's like I use intelligence enough in the world. Like I'm sorry, but I don't have a problem with quote unquote mindless entertainment on YouTube.
No, exactly. And I think that's where he went wrong. And I think, because by saying that it's only a certain type of person that would watch mindless entertainment, no, that's absolute rot. Because you can be intelligent and want to switch off and watch something that, that's not going to tax your brain. No, I would rather watch somebody like YoMama who gets everything wrong Can't sing to save his life. But he makes me laugh, and you know, I know that I would have a great time if I went visiting him. Don't worry, YoMama, I'm not. But do you know what I mean? He's like what's the terminology? Somebody that you feel you could have a good time with, doesn't take life
Right.
seriously, doesn't take himself too seriously. That's what YoMama has. But then you've got this guy he takes everything way too seriously. I mean, even that picture with the cat there, where he could have like really he could have smiled in that picture. He could have stroked the cat. He could have winked. He could have done anything to sort of
To
make it.
lighten the
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. But
But the
somebody
cat is
like,
intelligent too. He has an intelligent cat. The cat didn't want that.
yeah.
No. Clearly.
And it's like, man, just leave it. Carry on, you know, watching or reacting to whoever you want to react to. But I think I don't know the state of play at the moment, but I'm assuming he's still going to be coming for YoMama. Just leave it, man. You know, you're never going to be like YoMama. That's all I'm going to say. Oh yeah, I like that, Zena. I like that. He's like the Austin Powers villain. Yes, isn't he?
Oh, that's funny.
But he's just got no sense of humor, and all this sort of fake laughing through his live streams. We all know they're fake. We all know that you haven't got a sense of humor, because if he had a sense of humor, he could have made that picture, you know, quite endearing.
Right.
Or funny, or you know, something other than him just looking like a prat with a cat on his shoulder, you know. And yeah, anyway, any more news that we need to catch up on Drama Friday? What else is happening? Monty's taking a real bashing from
Is
Gigi.
he?
Do we want to talk about that? Yeah, Gigi's been going live a lot lately, and it seems he's quite often talking about Monty. I don't know their backstory. Um, but
It's so un I don't wanna say, like, unimportant, but I don't know. It's like, ugh.
it's unimportant.
Yeah, I don't get why Monty even and, like, I mean, honestly, I get it. These are serious excuse me. These are serious words and accusations that are being thrown around because if I was Gigi, where I mean, I would like to think with all sincerity that when he clicked on the folder labeled CP that he didn't
But
really
he
expect.
didn't. He didn't.
Mm,
He didn't. So basically, the backstory of that is that everybody, or I think DC was trying to expose Tragic. Somebody had made a video on Tragic, and then there was they had infiltrated his Discord and got all these screenshots from Tragic's Discord, and but in the video, and so that was a separate link. But in the video, somebody was talking about CP and all types of different stuff going on that's supposedly in this folder of pictures from the Discord, and and a lot of pictures were blurred out in the video, but the narrator talking is alluding to CP where a blurred picture is up. So Cecil McFly, another person, she was just like, well, they're alluding to CP. And so she goes and clicks the link to the other where all the Discord pictures are, and she's scrolling through it and she sees the unedited version. It's not CP. And that got blown and so basically Gigi misspoke, and he was like, oh yeah, Cecil McFly, she went and she looked at the pictures and she clicked on the folder and it's not CP. or it was a folder labeled CP and there was no CP in it. But Gigi had misspoke. Gigi misspoke. And so they keep on using that clip of him saying CP in a folder and stuff like that. But there was no CP folder or anything like that. Nothing.
Oh,
That's
wait.
what I hate. That's what I
Oh,
hate
okay.
about you know, this part of the internet, is that someone comes up with something that isn't proven to be right, isn't
Mhm.
proven to be true, and then a whole load of people just build and build and build on top of it.
Yep.
And I mean, I remember a few months ago speaking up about Monty calling Gigi that word, you know, the P word, and I was like, that's disgusting. Now, you know, I'm not a fan of Gigi. I watch him sometimes. I actually don't think he does a bad sort of reaction.
Mhm.
But I just could not believe that Monty was saying that, you know, that he was calling him and calling him that. And
Yeah.
yeah, I heard about the CP folder, but you know, it's like a big game of Chinese whispers. And
I wonder if it's anything to do with him with the discounted life and going after life of a free spirit.
it
The
could
whole
be.
the whole CP folder thing came up because of Negs. Negs put that narrative out there.
All right.
Okay.
And so, but Monty and Negs, oh yeah, they are. I mean, I don't know if they speak now, but I know Monty has some sort of affiliation, doesn't he, with the attic? Yeah, exactly, Moosey. They say, I heard, and people run with it. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's I just think it's so damaging, and it's just such a horrible thing to do. And also, I can't believe that Monty actually, I know he changes the thumbnail sometimes, but in the description, he actually puts things like that, you know, GG is a P and things like that. And I'm like, you shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
You know, I just think that's disgusting. So is that where Gigi, is it just because of that specific thing, that Gigi doesn't like Monty, or does their history go further than that?
I really don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Because I'm trying to
Mm.
think if there's anything else. I just think it's funny when Gigi talks about Mary as Mary Sunshine.
Mary Sunshine?
I just think that's silly. Like, honestly, if it wasn't for like the discounted life and which I don't really know about all of that kind of stuff, it's like I don't watch Gigi, but I don't absolutely hate him. It's just going back and forth with especially I don't know, talking about predators when it seems like that's not the case, kinda like misdirecting people or misusing that term. That's what
I
I
just
don't like about it.
Yeah, I just think that's one of the worst things you can call a man. And I don't think it matters about their sexuality. I really don't. I don't equate the two. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter whether the guy is gay or not. If he's called, you know, a predator, then it's probably one of the worst things you can use, unless you've got, you know, a good reason to call him that and to have seen it with your own eyes.
Right.
I mean, I can go on to the hussy thing where I've said that I believe that he has predatory behaviors, and the reason why I've said that is because I've seen with my own eyes the way he is when he's in public, and the way, you know, he talks about men, strangers when he's out and about, and you know, the fact that he sits outside, you know, a court, I don't know what you'd call it, like a and the boys are playing baseball, or not baseball, what do they play? Basketball. And you know, Hussey's there with his camera. All right, I call them boys, they're in their teens, okay. And he would be making like derogatory terms about them or
Or
sexual
subjective.
terms, and I used to think that's not good, that's disgusting. And also the swimming pool thing, So I do think that he does. I think he does. What's the word? Demonstrate predatory behaviour sometimes, and I would say that in a court of law. That's how strong I feel about it. I don't think it's necessarily children, but I think there have been occasions when it could be seen as that, and I think if everybody was as open about how they come to their conclusions about people online, I think it would be a much more open and truthful place to be. But the way things seem to happen, like we just said, is somebody will say something, someone like Negs will say something, and before you know it, hundreds of
Yep.
people are believing it. And that's really painful. That's not nice, you know. But I mean, if I was in America and I was called by somebody to explain why I feel this way about Hussey, then I would say why, because I've seen it with my own eyes, not because somebody, not because Bridget's told me. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's because
Right.
I've seen it with my own eyes,
Right.
and I think more people should do that. So what do we think about the shop? What do we think about Negs' store? Or
I think,
what do
Jen,
we
can we
think?
stop the miscommunicating in the chat? Deb,
What's
don't
happening?
listen to Gia and them. They're trolling you, girl. They're trolling you.
Right.
Talking about
Oh,
Monty come
right,
out.
okay. Is that Gio in the middle of it? At least he goes outside. Yes, he does go outside. May Monty explore the outdoors soon. Are you still going on his panel, Edna? Do you still go on there?
I mean, not that I have, or I mean, I haven't recently. I don't think he's had any recently. So, I don't know. I, he's been busy with his moving things. I think he's still getting settled. I don't know. I don't talk to Monty, but that's the feeling that
Okay.
I get.
Right. So I mean, I
So
get
no.
most of my information from that YouTube, what's it called? For Wick Candle, and also from Sam, if I can bear to listen to her. And I think from what I can tell, she described it so well the other day. I'm like, oh my God. It's a big old building, and basically it doesn't have a storefront. So you just go into this building and it's a bit like a big old school building. And then you sort of walk in and suddenly you're in this shop.
That's like the worst. I was envisioning like a old-timey kind of like old town storefront with like
Yeah.
glass bay
No,
windows or something to intrigue people to be like, "What's going on
no,
in there?" There's no
Right.
rest. And
there's
when you
none of
said the
that.
recording studio, maybe there would be like a monitor that you can see into the booth. You know, can they call me? Maybe we can get some ideas going. It's not too late, right?
It's actually really rather sad, and it still perplexes me, their relationship. I just like, I was going to play a little bit of one of DC's rumbles.
Jen, you're
Um,
not talking about DC and Neg's relationship, are you?
yeah, I'm
Well,
just
they've already. I thought we were. They've already decided they're a couple. Don't they consider themselves married at this point, or no? They're like family, right? Jen is never giving up. Like I'm not giving up on
I
my
just
sister DC.
I
She might
just
have lost the faith, but
I
don't
just, I don't know. I'm just totally,
you gotta hold on tight to your beliefs. I feel you. Okay.
yeah, I'm just totally perplexed by it. I'm not gonna lie, I can't help it. So all right now, all right. Oh, that's interesting. Low value. Anyway, all right. 10 minutes. That's all we're gonna do. Okay, of this. All right. Now this is her channel. Right. This is her Rumble. So where's that one that I saw the other day? That one. I looked at this one. And one thing I will say is I can't understand how he can act so appallingly and she think that anyone would take her seriously. That's what I don't understand. Please help me, Edna.
I mean, I don't know, because on one hand, I want to say they're independent people, as individuals, but they're kind of not. They've kind of linked themselves or presented themselves as a team. So I agree. If Negs is out here doing X, Y, and Z, and DC is coming on panel as Mrs. Negs, then she's, partly responsible for what's going on.
Right. Now, either we can look at the Peter Mon one, which I'm not bothered about. That's when she was basically saying that he talks crap about other people, so he should expect the same, which I can't believe I'm actually in agreement with that. But I see here she's done some mental health ones. Shall we have a quick look?
Yeah, I'll
Shall
be
we have a quick
interested in the
look?
mental health one.
Right, so we've got mental illness chat. 1, 2, and then we've got that. Let's go for this one. Right, okay. Let's see. Let's go past the adverts. Right. Can you hear it? Let's go
Not yet.
past her dreadful music. Here we
Okay,
go.
we can hear it.
It's good to see you.
Okay.
All right. So today we're going to have a really good
I'm going to put her on
wrap
fast.
Of a number of issues that I think are important.
Okay.
Now, as you all know, Negs has been talking at length about his new diagnoses, and he's been discussing those diagnoses from the perspective of a person.
I think he has PTSD.
Okay.
And maybe bipolar. I don't know, because his diagnoses are always changing. So
Yeah,
I know PTSD for one.
I know he changes his diagnoses as often as most people change their underwear. It's just insane.
That's interesting. I feel like there has to be something to like the way these illnesses are pathologized, that there's room for so much misdiagnosis.
Well, there is, but that's why psychiatrists go by I've forgotten the name of the book. It's D something.
The DSM-5.
Yeah, and that's how people are diagnosed. You can't be diagnosed by a doctor or counsellor. You have to see a psychiatrist to be diagnosed, and that's how they, assess it, by reading the book. Okay, now Negs to me, and I have
I'm
done.
wondering if he doesn't have access to.
Sorry?
I think there's a bit of a delay. Go ahead, Jan.
Okay. Negs has diagnosed himself, as far as I know, in the past, diagnosed himself with PTSD, bipolar, and BPD. Now, people, I did a video about him once. I'm not going to go into any great depth about it, but people who have BPD very rarely have bipolar as well. Okay, because BPD is very similar to bipolar, but it's more similar to bipolar 2. And bipolar 1 is the psychotic one. as far as I know. Now, I don't know for sure. I'm not a psychologist or psychiatrist, but anyway, that's what I know.
Wasn't it, Penny? Wasn't it? Yeah, you know who shared that on Twitter was Sam Harris, like 2 years ago. And I heard it, and I loved the way that it was designed by Adult Swim. I thought it was amazing. It reminded me of a couple of things. It reminded me of Yellow Submarine, and it reminded me of those very psychedelic ads that used to run on TV to try to persuade people to stop smoking. Those ads aired in like the 60s and 70s. They were very psychedelic, very, very cool. So that's what that reminded me of. So I thought, okay, since Negs has been talking about what it's like to be bipolar, what it's like to have PTSD, I thought that I would play some videos for everybody, and I would talk about what it's like to live with somebody who is bipolar and has PTSD. But before we get to that, I wanted to play something else. A lot of people have been disappointing me lately in a major way. People I never thought in a million years would disappoint me, but they're disappointing me. And one of the biggest disappointments that I've run into is Neil deGrasse Tyson, who I don't know what is going on with this guy. I have no idea, but it seems like he's really had way too much of the Kool-Aid. So let me bring this up.
Who's she talking about?
So he's just on the
he's like America's favorite physicist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. So she thinks she's now going to sort of take him down a peg or two.
Well, you better watch your mouth because we love Neil around now.
Right.
But seriously though, what's she have to say about Neil?
I don't know, but I'm not going to watch it. But I think the funniest thing with her, the funniest thing with her is that she believes that people would listen to anything that she says. I mean, don't you feel that? I can't take anything she says seriously now.
She speaks with so much confidence, Jan, that she has me thinking that she knows what she's talking about.
No, she hasn't got a clue what she's talking. She's living with Negs.
No, but the thing with DC is like she'll talk out of her neck a lot, but then some things it's just like, yeah, I do agree. Like I find myself agreeing with DC sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did when she was saying about Peter Mom, but I mean, it doesn't happen very often, guys. I'm going to jump through her opinion on this guy because I don't care. So,
when Nash said that he was about to become the Emperor of Antarctica.
Oh my God! Shut up. Boring as hell.
Look, let me take this back. So I said I agree with her sometimes, but then also half the stuff I'm not even interested in what she's saying. Like, what are you talking about?
Right. I think that's where I'm at, where she sounds really confident in what she's saying. She's not convincing me to care about it, but she's just convincing me that she really believes in what she's saying.
Yeah.
And I think also, as Bridge said, because she has been fighting the good fight for Mr. Loverboy, it's very difficult to take anything that she says seriously. It is for me anyway. Hi, Nova. So Nova says she let like 2 minutes play, assumed who he was talking about and moved on. I was annoyed. Yeah, I would be annoyed as well.
Thanks, Nova.
Because I would have liked to know who he was talking about. Okay, let's go back to the other one. Sorry about this, guys. Let's go back to the other one. How do we get that back? There.
Oh, and Nova, I'd like you to know that my last video was monetized, fully monetized. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Despite all the cuss words.
You get monetized. I'm lucky if I get blooming monetized. I don't know what that's. And the only person that swears in mine are you. You're the only one that swears. So can you cut it out, please? Thank you.
It's only when you play my videos. I try not to cuss when I'm up here live.
I know. It's like, oh God, Jan's going to be annoyed now because I've sworn in there. I don't mind. I mean, you see some of them, some videos are awful with swearing. Okay, what's she coming out with now? Oh God.
Recreating that whole look and that, presentation and everything. I'm sorry about earlier, but there was an area-wide internet outage
We don't care.
that
Nobody
just so
cares.
There was
happened to
an
hit
internet
our place.
outage in my area too. So frustrating most of this week.
Really?
Yeah,
You
you
were
know
without
what?
it for a week.
Internet is essential to life for me. So
Yeah.
I just can't stand it when my internet is intermittent or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so Nova is wondering who's in charge. I'm in charge.
Oh no, she's talking about me. Who do I know at the YouTube headquarters to get my videos monetized?
Oh, right. Oh, right. Yeah. I did actually contact them because I've been
Mhm.
putting up a lot of shorts lately,
Mhm.
and every time I press send, I get like limited. And I
Mhm.
thought, this is crap. I wasn't playing music or anything. So I did speak to somebody and she said, oh, well, have you actually sent in a review request? And I said, well, no. And she said, oh, well, maybe if you do that. And I thought, oh God, take me blooming ages.
Oh no.
Right.
She's probably talking about if you hover over the yellow dollar sign, then it just says review request. All you got to do is click it.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I have to go back because I've been putting up a lot of
All of
yeah.
those. Yeah.
Right. Oh, look at Zena. She's starting a YouTube channel tomorrow night. Finally going live. I can't wait.
Congrats,
Oh,
Zena.
she's got BGTV's quotes. I don't talk to that man. I just don't like him. But we're all adults here. We don't care. We don't all like the same people here. I mean, Edna was really friendly with Timber at one point.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Jen, let it go. Let me live now.
Oh, sorry, darling.
No,
Right.
that's the thing though. It's like I own up to it. That was my
Yeah,
bad. Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it, darling. There's nothing wrong with it. Listen, Bridge goes in all sorts of chats, and I go in all chats that she doesn't like. It doesn't mean to say that we can't be like civil.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
I'm frightened to say friends because we ain't friends, all right?
Oh, you know what? When you said being civil with Bridge, that reminded me of my 5K because Bridge was so kind to send me an update. Now I found that I since hate running. So, but I've still been going to the gym.
Good
I told
girl.
my friend about it and she told her mom. So they bought the tickets today. So we're like full steam ahead.
Uh-oh.
Good
Uh-oh.
for
Yeah.
you. Good for you. The thing is, what people don't, and I think it was Bridge that brought it up, and I thought, yes, was when you were saying it's almost like on YouTube, right? If you talk to somebody, you have to get everybody else's permission before you
Yeah.
talk to them. Do you know
That's
what I
so
mean? And
crazy. Yeah.
it's crazy. And
But you know what? I think it stems from a good place because I think it's people that have had bad interactions with someone and they
Mhm.
want to save everyone else, from having that same trouble. But it's
Mhm.
like you can't live someone else's life for them. So if
no.
whatever they're gonna, get, I'm, she asked if I had Hunter Hayes tickets. You could not pay me to go to a concert. Even with, like, Beyonce, I love her. I think it's amazing. Her and Blue, oh my goodness, my heart is overwhelmed, but I don't wanna go to the concert. It's just it feels like it's just a overstimulation waiting to happen.
Oh, really? So you can't go because of your nerves or your anxiety?
Yeah, it's just like I don't enjoy it. It's not that I couldn't go and be there, but it's like I'm paying 100 plus $200 to not enjoy myself.
Well,
It
then
doesn't make any sense.
you're going with the wrong mindset.
I know,
You
but
can't, you shouldn't even think like that. I mean,
Yeah.
I have anxiety disorders,
mhm.
and sometimes I can feel really uncomfortable if I look at all the people that are around me. You know, I can really feel my anxiety, but I fight it. And I'm like, no, it's not going to stop. You're not going to stop me. I remember going to see Michael Jackson and being in the crowd, and there was so many of us that I started climbing the thing. There was like a scaffolding thing in the middle, and I thought, okay, so my thinking was, if I start feeling a bit wibbly wobbly, I'm just going to climb that thing.
See, I don't even think about all that. I don't even think. I'm just there for the concert. They're singing. I'm having my own concert because I'm singing too.
Yeah.
We're all singing together. Because the last concert I went to was Janet Jackson, and I'm all singing the songs, and I'm taking video and pointing to her, and I'm singing in the background. I want to post it on like Facebook or whatever, but then I can hear myself singing in the back, and I was like, shit, I can't post this. It's horrible.
Yeah, I know. I did the same thing when I went.
Lost in the moment.
Yeah, but I think, you know, Edna, you need to try and think of, you know, try and be more positive, because otherwise you're not going to do anything that you really want to do.
Okay,
Okay?
I will consider that, yes.
Because, you know, I've been diagnosed with anxiety disorders. So, you know I could be an absolute mess. But I don't allow it. And, you know, there's certain things that I do, there's certain strategies, there's like, you know, and I'll just sort of, I never go on my own, obviously. I normally go like with a friend or a family, but I'll just say to them, look, you know, I don't feel too good. And they know what I mean. So I just make sure I need to know that there's a way out. I think that's what my main thing is. So I only climbed a little bit of the pole, but other people were climbing as well. And if you watch old Michael Jackson show videos, you can see people up these poles, because it was literally heaving it was. And I think I went 3 times,
Wow.
different shows. I saw History and Bad, and what's the other one? Thriller, was it? Can't remember. But yeah, but I mean, a lot of people do suffer with anxiety. Like Nova, when her anxiety kicks in, she just focuses on one thing and breathes. Yes. Yeah, it usually subsides after a few minutes. I try that, but I can't always get a grip on it. And it's like, you call it the subway over where in America, we call it the underground. I
Okay.
can't do the underground anymore. I used to, but just thinking about it throws me into it throws me into an anxiety attack. So my kids have learnt that if we're going into London, normally when we get off the train, we cab, because I can't do the underground. But if we're going, say, somewhere that's only a few stops away on the underground, they don't tell me what their plans are. They'll just say, "Oh, Mum, 2 stops, 2 stops on this." But even then, I'm rigid. I get on there and I'm rigid, and I just stare at my daughter the whole time.
Right.
Stare at her. It's
Oh.
the only way I can do it.
What is it about the train or the underground that makes you so rigid?
Um, okay. What is there? It's the claustrophobia.
Yeah, you can't
Oh,
escape.
okay.
You just can't escape.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not being able to escape, and it's the noises, and it's if the train
That
stops
makes
in a
sense.
tunnel, I'm like freak out. I just can't. Yeah, I start counting.
And
And
see, our system
yeah,
here in St. Louis is partly underground, but most of it isn't. So it's not it's not a whole lot that of that you have to deal with. If anything, it's almost the opposite, where there's a bit of the track that's up high. So
yeah,
you look down and it gives me like I don't like height. So it feels like we
yeah.
could just roll on off. You get those intrusive thoughts.
Oh no, I
Like,
just
get out of here. But yeah, those are the ones that, anyway.
Yeah, no, I'm exactly the same. And I'm the same with bridges. I hate bridges. And there's a few, like the suspension bridges. I
Mhm.
I just no. And like even if like say you're in a shopping mall and there's a bridge that connects one shopping
Mhm.
mall to another and you have to go
Mhm.
over a road in one of those sort of oblong sort of glass
Mhm.
pathways. I can't do that. I can't do it. So I have to look
Oh.
at my feet and yeah, no, I'm a wreck. But it doesn't stop me doing things. I still do them.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just have to be careful. Do you know what? It's not even like that you hear some people and they say, I'm scared I'm gonna have a panic attack. I'm scared I don't even think of that. I don't think I'm scared I'm gonna have a panic attack. I just think the very worst. Do you know what I mean? I just think I could fall off that or, you know, um,
Mhm.
it's difficult to sort of explain it really. But I think if you have like my anxiety, like I have health anxiety. And the reason I have health anxiety is because I always fear the very worst. Can't help
Mhm.
it. And although people say, yeah, but wouldn't you rather be cured? No, no, I just don't wanna live with that. I don't wanna live with a life sentence. I can't. I just can't do it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, so that's why I'm a bit
I
loopy.
don't know. I'm almost the opposite. It's like I feel like this has been I don't know. I have my doctors and I have appointments coming up and it's like I want action. I want things to
Yep.
be results,
Yep.
you know.
What do you
That's
mean
how I
by
am.
that, Gia? You always think the worst in movie theaters now. Oh,
Oh,
because you
the
know,
Yeah.
'cause you all go
shootings.
running around with
Mhm.
guns, don't you?
Yep. Yep.
See, that's another
How
reason
is
I
it
don't wanna
not
go
to
to
think
America.
about that stuff, Jan? You don't do you ever think about like going into crowds and what terrorists or something might happen, or is it not really a thought
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah, I do think of that as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm that bad that my son, he travels, he does a lot of traveling because he's a musician. He quite often goes over to France for the day, and just for a gig. And he doesn't tell me now until he comes back. So we come in the family group and say, "Oh, I'm just back from Paris."
Mhm.
Because he knows. If I know he's flying, I'm like, "Oh my God, I can't." Oh,
Yeah.
so G is a hypochondriac. Okay. I used to be. I used to be, but now I'm the opposite because I don't want to know anything.
Mm.
So yeah. Yeah, we always have to know where the exits are. Always. So how would you guys, because you probably don't have this over there. Over here, we have a train that goes, it's a high-speed train that goes through a tunnel. It's called the channel. It's called the oh, I've forgotten what it's called. It's called the Channel Tunnel. Okay. It goes
Okay.
under the channel, right, which is the English Channel, which is the sea. Right.
Mhm.
So from London, we can get to France on this train, but you have to go under the sea through this tunnel. Now, I've done it. I've done it 6 times now, but I hold my
Mhm.
breath nearly the whole time we're underwater.
Yeah. I was like, I could do it. I just hold my breath
Ah, but guess how long we're underwater for? I know it to the last second. We're
for like
underwater for
90
20
minutes.
minutes. 20
20?
minutes.
Wow, that's not bad.
Oh
Yeah, it's
my
not.
God. Do you know?
That's
Yeah,
a
the
break in work here.
Eurostar.
20
That's the
minutes
one.
goes by before you know it.
Yeah, no. Well, what I have to do is get up and walk around, which sounds bizarre.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the claustrophobia and also
Mhm.
thinking if I can find people that are doing normal things, then it makes me feel okay. So I always head to the food cart,
Oh,
where they
okay,
serve
yeah.
and I just stand there until we get out. Um And sometimes I'll put headphones in and I'll blast myself out with music as we go through. But the thing with anxiety is there's so many different triggers. And when you are in the tunnel, when you're under the tunnel, you can feel it really, really cold.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because you're under the sea.
Right.
Yeah. Have you been on it, Zena? Have you been on the Eurostar? There's there's the Eurostar, which is where people go on it. Okay, you don't take your car on there, you just sort of go on it. It's just like a fast train. But then there's also the Euro shuttle, which is where you can drive on and you've got your car.
Oh.
But I always think, supposing the car breaks down, supposing the train breaks
Listen,
down
Jen.
halfway and you're stuck under the water.
That's what they have. They have that here in LA, where Elon had built those tunnels underground for all the Tesla cars to go, and they drive their Tesla cars, and they're in a tunnel underground. I've seen like videos of it, but I was like, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah. The reason
I
why
don't know. The Tesla's doing the driving and it's on like a track basically. I might do that. Underground is different than being underwater.
But it's like I think it's only like 2 lanes going each direction, and they were showing how like it gets backed up and like you're just stuck there.
Yeah. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I thought if it's just flowing, that's different, but not if it's what's the traffic if it's underground?
Because there's so many people on there.
Oh, wow.
Really?
It's
They
backed
get
up.
stuck underwater.
Well, underground.
Oh, underground.
Uh-huh.
See, I think I'd prefer to be underground. I don't know, would I? I don't know. What would you rather be, in a tunnel, stuck in a tunnel underwater, or stuck in a tunnel underground?
Like
let's not get stuck, period.
Right.
I think I'd rather be underground because I'd think, well, I could walk out of here. Whereas if you're like underwater, you can't.
Yeah.
Well, I would hope they would build it in such a way that there's a tube that you could like climb out without going through the water. I'm sure.
No, that's been there for some time. And I know of a lot of people that wouldn't go. They wouldn't go on the Eurostar. And that train goes bloody fast, so I have to cope with that as well.
Right.
I don't like speed. And that train is hurtling along at 200 miles an hour. And I'm like, oh, God. So what I do is I look in the distance so that I can't see how fast it's going. See, we have to learn. We have to learn. Oh, you're going there in 2 weeks. Yeah. Do you know what? It takes you right there. Have you been there before? I went there to Disneyland, Paris, a couple of times. I took my son and then I went with my granddaughter once. Or my grandkids rather. Yeah, it's great. They're gonna love it. But yeah, it's funny, isn't it? The things that we're scared of. I just want to get back to Nova, and then I think we're going to end the stream because we're like nearly 2 hours, and yeah, I hate keeping you girls for too long. So you've got an underwater tunnel, have you? How long is your tunnel, Nova? So I want to know. See, I can cope with 20 minutes, but even that's at a push, because then I start thinking, oh, I feel cold. That must mean that we're right at the bottom of the sea. That's what I think. You should read it. You should watch some of the videos. You can see there are videos on the making of the Euro channel. I keep saying channel. It is a channel. I don't know the distance, but it takes 5 to 10 minutes to drive through. Oh, that's not too long. I think I could probably manage that. Listen, if I'm driving and I come to a great big bridge, that's got like 2 lanes on each, I'm on the right-hand side lane. There's no way I can go on the left lane. Nearest the end of the bridge. But okay, we'll finish off with this one. I've got to drive 5 hours to even get to Folkestone, and then after the train it's another 3 hours to Paris. Oh, so you're not getting the Eurostar to what? What? Where are you picking up the train then? It's another 3 hours to Paris. Yes, it is. It takes 3 hours. It takes 2.5 hours, I think. To get, oh no, it does take 3 hours to go all the way to Disneyland. If you're just going to Paris, it takes 2.5 hours. But Disneyland Paris isn't actually in the centre of Paris at all. So anyway, that's that. I hope you've all enjoyed Drama Friday. I want to thank my ladies for coming in. Thanks, girlies. And do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
I think I'm going to stop doing that because it sounds really stupid, doesn't it?
Saying goodbye. No, well, it's just like we just, it's always a great time being up here, and it's, but it's,
Yeah.
Talk to you later, chat. See you around.
Yeah, I just want to say, Zena, have a fantastic time. So you're going Folkestone to Calais and then Calais to Disneyland. Yeah. Okay. Have a fabulous time and stay safe. And I'm sure your boys are going to have a wonderful time. Thank you, Moosey. And you take care of yourselves up there. Have a super duper weekend. Thanks to my girls for coming in. You take care of yourselves because it's a rotten old world. Bye-bye for now.